Ma'am,
Yes, sir.
I'm Samantha's father,
Okay.
and you've seen me many times before.
Yes, I have.
And my daughter's not learning anything in your class, and none of the other kids. All the parents are complaining because the kids not learning anything. All they do is laugh in your class, and the reason they're laughing is because I think you really should change your name back to what it once was before you got married.
Why should I change my name back? Why should that be a problem towards your kids?
Because your husband's name is.
Something is wrong with you? Something is wrong with you, sir? Everything's okay?
It's Memphis. As you can see.
Evidently something is wrong with you.
No,
because
ma'am.
it all starts from home. And I see you giggling like a pig. So,
Well, it's Miss. I might as well go and call you by your last name like all other kids do.
yes, sir.
So your husband, Mr. Clyde Mule,
Yes, sir.
and by you wearing the last name, Miss Mule, all the kids laughing at because
That's because them kids don't have home training. And maybe the home training starts from home and they don't have good sense because their parents do not teach them good sense at home. So something is wrong with the parents.
But it don't embarrass you, Miss people, since you're married to a man named, and his last name is Mule.
No, sir, it does not bother me at all.
Well, that's why all the kids can't get their grades, because they be saying, here come Miss Mule.
Well, that's all right with me because guess what? Those kids going to get, if they don't finish their work, they're going to get F's.
Well, that's what my daughter going to end up with, because every time I tell her to do her homework, she said, well, Dad, Miss Mule, and to be honest with you, your husband do look like a mule, so the last name fits.
You don't think? Well, I see where the ignorance come from.
Well, yeah, it's true, Mrs. Graham. I hate to admit your husband is ignorant, but that's no
Not
need.
my husband, I'm speaking of you.
Oh, you talking about me?
Yes.
Oh. Well, that's probably does fit me because,
You said my husband look like a mule.
well, didn't you see him before you got married?
Yes, I see. And I love him very much, sir. Something is wrong with you, honey.
Well, how could you be happy with a man that ugly and only have one ear left and wear the last name of Mule?
I'm very happy with my husband, sir.
You are?
And I don't appreciate you picking at him.
I wasn't picking, but you ever seen they have one ear?
Yes, I see.
Well, what I can't understand.
I'm going to ask you to leave my room, please, sir.
Well, so my kids are leaving too. And all the other kids' parents, they're taking them out, but we're trying to help you. Because it doesn't make sense. You know, your husband out there named Mr. Mule. And at first we thought that was a joke, but that's really his name, isn't it?
Yes, sir, that is his name.
Well, you know what he was doing across the street in that empty field from the school?
Yes.
And you approve him feeding his mule across there too? And they call him Mule? And he acts like a mule.
That's his job, sir.
Oh, he's a mule trainer?
That's his job.
Well, how do you be happy with someone like that?
That's my husband. That's my prerogative and not yours.
No, I wouldn't have him on me.
You know, you are just like those kids in my classroom.
What do they?
I see exactly where it comes from. It comes from home.
Well, I can't visit all of them all because you have 30 kids in your class.
I surely do.
Well, do they teach you about your husband's name?
Of course they do. But those are kids.
They are.
Yes, and I pay no attention to them whatsoever if they're teasing. Because as long as they're teasing, they're getting sent to the office.
Why do you have that mule drawn up on the backboard about your husband?
Pardon me?
Why do you have a mule drawn up on the backboard about your husband?
Because if they want to laugh, that's why I drew it. So they can sit there and laugh till their teeth falls out if they wish to.
Well, your husband don't have no teeth to fall out. We noticed that. But I just really want my daughter to learn because, see, I don't want her to be like a lot of kids I see.
Yes, sir.
And is it possible that when you're at school here, they could call you Miss Grams, which your name was before you got married?
That's not my name anymore, sir.
Well, it just doesn't make sense that you go by the name Miss Mule.
I understand.
You do?
Of course I do.
And you're proud of that name?
Yes, I am. Now I am.
You know all the neighbors laugh at you too?
Yes, sir.
You seen them?
Yes.
Mm.
Including you.
I couldn't help but laugh because your husband looks between a mule and a pig to me, Miss Mule. So I was just wondering, how could you let something like that mess up your life like this so that bad?
You know, I think everyone needs someone.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if it's a mule or a cow
Mm-hmm.
or a hog or a frog.
Mm.
Everyone needs someone. And if my husband's last name is Mule, that's just his last name.
Mm.
But I love him.
Oh. Well, I have to go because I got to go out there and watch your husband. You have a good day, Miss Mule.
So do you, sir. Great day.